The dreaded orange peel. Why? Where does orange peel come from? And how do you fix it? Um, Orange peel with powder can let's start where it could be, but it's typically not. But I'll go and say this one because somebody's going to see this somewhere, and they're going to have had this happen. But you could get when powder is made and it's ground, it goes through a particle size distribution sieve that basically takes the heavy particles out and the fine particles out and leaves you the right median size of powder that's best to take a charge and lay down and do all that. So it is possible to get a bad batch of powder from a powder manufacturer that maybe had a hole in a screen, and then suddenly the powder particle sizes are too big and they will come out to be very orange peely. Not that that's actually a word, but it is now. We're going to coin orange peely. But and I guess I should explain to anybody that doesn't know what is orange peel. It just means that the part, once you're through with it, looks like the surface of an orange. So it's not very flat, level, and smooth. So that is it. You could get that from the powder manufacturer, but almost every time that you have it, it's because it's too thick. I see people online talk about they want to put powder on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 mils thick, whatever, because it gives it more protection. No, it doesn't. It doesn't give it more protection. It makes it more, in a lot of cases, it makes it more brittle, but it definitely causes more orange peel. Look at the data sheet. Man, the data sheet will tell you apply this powder at 1.7 to 2.7 mils thick or whatever, somewhat in that range, and that coat's going to be just fine. So it's gonna cover everything it should cover. It's gonna hide everything it should hide. It's gonna last as long as it should last, but it can go smoother. It'll lay down smoother if it's not quite as thick. You won't definitely should not have the issue with orange peel. The other thing that I see that is a misconception is the ability to like wet sand, right? So how do you like wet sanding out orange peel and all those things? But if you were to, and trying to think of how I can do this or you can understand it. If you were to look at, say, and we're going to way over exaggerate this because it's never going to be this thick, but just bear with me on this example. If you were to look at paint that is 1 inch thick that is cured, let's say it's orange, right? If you were to take a cross section of that and we were to look at that full 1 inch depth of it, it's going to be orange throughout it. If we did the same thing with powder and we looked at it, we took a 1 inch cross section and we cut it and looked at it, most of the pigment and the color is going to be more so at the surface. What you're going to see much more down below it are a lot of the waxes and fillers and things like that. So the problem when you start to try to wet sand something that's powder is there's such a thin layer of pigment on the top that you literally start to take it off. So it does not work. And listen, before, save your emails, save your whatever, I did this, and I'm sure you did. Good. I'm happy for you. I'm proud for you. I'm glad it worked for you. I get that in certain circumstances with certain powders and with certain people with certain skill levels and whatever, maybe you made it work once. Maybe you make it work consistently. What I'm saying is, generally speaking, for most everybody, it's a very difficult thing to pull off. And here's the deal. Why worry about fixing it? If I don't want the orange peel, don't put it on so thick. So yeah, just eliminate the problem with it. Why worry about the fix? Just don't create it in the first place. So that's my unpopular as it's probably going to be 2 cents on the whole orange pill dilemma.